In Hyderabad Central University, Ambedkar Students Organization always aligns with SFI, and they do not align with the Muslim Students Organization.
Yeah.
That SFI is from Kerala. So Kerala SFI goes there and spreads information about Muslims, whatsoever they spread. But do you think that anywhere in India that the left people will accept Ambedkarites? And why? What is your opinion? The way you speak about CPM and SFI. The SFI cadre was killed and one guy is behind the bars, a Dalit guy is behind the bars, and 15 years they're penalizing him.
Yeah.
And with the same SFI going to Ambedkar, aligning with Ambedkar, right? And Ambedkar is aligning with the CPM, SFI. Is it a good, what do you like to tell them?
Yeah, this SFI as a fraction, students fraction of CPM, they are intellectually they are honest people. They are not honest people. Actually, this SFI actually making alliance with ASA, Ambedkar Students Movement or Federation. It is not to strengthen the Ambedkarite movement. It is not to strengthen the movement, but it is their political strategy to confuse and to actually defeat the Dalit movement. That's all. They want to confuse. It is only a drama, political drama, that they are for Dalits. Actually, when they are in power, what has happened to this Bengal? When CPM was in power in Bengal, they have not implemented any reservation policy in Bengal. Bengal is the only state where reservation policy has totally failed in terms of employment, in terms of education, in terms of land reform. Bengal Dalits were being betrayed. That is the CPM. And another thing, you see, when the CPM was made a man to the Politburo, still last time there was not a single Dalit was promoted to the Politburo. But from entire India. But when they lost Bengal, when they lost power in Bengal, they have allowed a person from Bengal to enter Politburo. What is the use?
Conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy. But power is not there. When they were in power, 35 years, Yodivasu was in power. Till that 35 years, not a single Dalit was promoted to the National Committee of CPM from Bengal or to the Politburo. But they lost power and Mamata Banerjee came to the power. Then CPM was at the receiving ends. Then they promoted a single Dalit man from India, from Bengal to the Politburo. At the same time, Kerala is a stronghold. Kerala, we have a continuity of CPM power. Just 10 years continuously they are in power. Now they say third time also they will come to the power. Why no Dalit people, no Dalit CPM leader is promoted to the Politburo from Kerala? Because when in power, no representation. Then lose power, giving representation means no use. That is it. You know, in Kerala, there was Radhakrishnan. He was actually dealing the portfolio of SCST portfolio. He was a good man. He is the only single CPM senior leader having no charges of corruption. So the entire Kerala was expecting that maybe Radhakrishnan may be considered as the future Chief Minister of Kerala. But what has happened is this CPM leadership asked Radhakrishnan to resign from Parliament. He was Assembly. He was a minister. He was a cabinet member of Kerala Assembly and MLA. So they asked him to resign, and he lost the ministership. He resigned and asked him to contest in Parliament election. Now this man is sent to Parliament. That means to avoid. Not that he is promoted to the Parliament, but he was avoided. Because if he remain in Kerala, maybe he may be considered as the next CM. So they want to vacate him. And this man is now in Delhi. No work. Nothing is there. Then the CPM, as you said earlier, the same CPM SFI people wanted to kill Ambujan and Dalit Panther youths, and this is the same CPM. They arrested the Black Panther leaders when they invited their CPM cadres from Russia. Then for party conference, the Che Guevara's brothers they invited, and from Russia they are coming. Why the black people came for the Panther programs in Trivandrum, they banned, they arrested, and actually they sabotaged the program. This is the way they behave. So they racist kind of attitude. Then the same CPM also insulted Baba Ambedkar. When the Panther demanded the statue, installation of statue in front of Kerala Assembly, the same CPM rejected that. How could the same CPM and their students wing attack the Ambedkarite students in Hyderabad Central University? So Rohit Bamila, it's a false propaganda. Actually, they are not loving Ambedkar movement. CPM is no way engaging with Ambedkar ideology. If they are sincere, they should promote, they should engage with the thoughts of Ambedkar. Not that ASA is friendly, we can join the election. In JNU, what has happened? JNU, it is the CPM and SFI wanted to weaken the Ambedkarite student movement, BASPA, and also there was Ambedkarite student movement in JNU. So the CPM was working against that. And it was a false slogan. Neel Salam and Lal Salam. It is to dilute Ambedkarism. It is confuse, attract and fool the Dalit people, giving these mere slogans. So Neel Salam and Lal Salam actually finally destroyed the Ambedkarite movement in JNU. That is what is happening in Hyderabad Central University.
Actually, what you say is right, because earlier Muslims and Dalits were very strong. That is why Rohit Vemula movement was very strong. Yeah. Because the Muslim students were in the forefront, and Dalits were in the forefront.
Yeah, there was an engagement between.
But now SFI came. They said, if you want to align with me, you don't come with the Muslims. ASA said, I don't want Muslims, I'll come with you.
Yeah. Now SFI is subscribing the same Islamophobia campaign initiated by the Sanghavarivar people. In America, they oppose the Islamic world because America is challenged by the global Islamic political renaissance and the movement. That is why all over the world, America actually, they were punishing the Muslim leadership and Muslim nations. What has happened in Iran, we know. Later on in Iraq, Saddam has actually, they punished Saddam. Then in Libya, actually, Colonel Gaddafi, all the propagandas spread about Gaddafi was actually fabricated by the American media. And Gaddafi was a philosopher of green ideology. Green Book was also published by Gaddafi. He belonged to the black race. But America, like that, it's an international campaign. Like the Jewish people all over the world is propagating anti-Islamic campaign, America is also in the leadership. Now in India, the CPM is also suppressing the Islamophobia and also anti-Muslim propagandas. That's why in Kerala, the CAA protest was there. All over India, this CAA protest was taking place. And the CPM filed false cases against those youth leaders of Muslim community leaders for protesting against CAA. How could CPM file cases? So still today, they are not actually releasing them, or they are not actually squashing the cases still. So this anti-Islamic or anti-Muslim propaganda is being carried out by the CPM and RSS actually jointly now. So that is how the Ambedkarites, as Ambedkarites, we have a history of Dalit Muslim alliances because it is the unity between separates and co-separates. If Dalits are separates, Muslims are co-separates. So fraternal feeling is there. All over India, there were this kind of unity was there. In Kerala Dalit Panther, our experience, whenever we are attacked by the upper caste or the Brahminical people and CPM Gundas, it was the Muslim brothers, they extended their full support. In the Dalit movement, from the beginning itself, our Muslim community and their brothers, their leaders extended all kind of brotherhood and supported. So in Hyderabad, what happened is, this CPM is actually breaking the Dalit Muslim unity. And in a way, they are promoting Hindutva. So there is a secret pact between the Hindutva forces and the so-called Marxist or SFI forces are there. So it's a wrong alliance, and our students should not be confused. And also, Marxism and Ambedkarism cannot go together, because as long as the Marxian intellectuals and Marxist leaders, they accept the truth that Indian issue is not class, Indian issue is caste. As long as caste is there, no revolution will take place. Unless and until caste and untouchability is destroyed, there cannot bring about any kind of revolutions. If that is truth, The Marxist people should intellectually they have to re-examine the position and start reading and engage the thoughts of Ambedkar. Instead of engaging the ideology, the philosophy, the pragmatics of Ambedkar, now they are bringing a false alliance with these youth, Ambedkarite youths, showing that they are for Dalits and like that. So it is only for fooling, and it cannot go together.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Jai Bhim.
Jai Hind, Jai Hind.
Anna, Dalit Panthers of Kerala. Kerala Dalit Panthers have a very vibrant history of a decade. In that decade, you lost many lives.
Yeah.
But in many stories, like Thirumalavan's party, before also it was Dalit Panther. He started a political party. Whatever happened in the past of his career is not in the present. But yours cadres still suffering in the jail. Yeah. Maybe the Dalit Panthers history has been suppressed. Many Dalit writers don't write about Dalit Panthers, and it was very shocking for me. We always think there was no any movement. The Dalit movement is not there in Kerala, but your interview says there's been a vibrant history which has been suppressed even by Dalits.
Yeah.
Kerala Dalits also. So one question I want to ask you is, Anna, this Ambujan. Ambujan is in the prison in Central Jail of Kerala. So could you tell me about it? What happened? Elaborately explain about who is this Ambujan, how he was in the Dalit Panthers party, and why he's in the prison right now, and why you are blaming CPM.
Yeah, our brother Ambujan, his life has become a tragedy, and just for propagating Ambedkarism, just for organizing his younger brothers of Pathanamthitta district, and for bringing all the entire masses of that Pathanamthitta district with the different 45-50 colonies. And Ambujan was the district leader of Kerala Dalit Panther movement after 1996 up to 2000. He was taking a leading role as the district leader, and he attended our Bodhi Sangama training programs, 15-day residential training program. He was basically a BCom graduate. He was taking classes for students as a teacher in parallel school. He was working, and he was a brilliant Ambedkarite youth, and he was in charge of conducting, coordinating training programs and evening continuous education programs and mass mobilization programs in local level colonies of Pathanamthitta. We, Panther, had 50 stronghold in Pathanamthitta district, 15 settlements, actually big gatherings were there. In each settlement, each colonies, there were about 100 to 250 people assembled together every evening. So, under Ambujan, there were a lot of youths with graduate background and also pre-graduate background. They were also employed to organize the people, give them education, Ambedkarite education, community education, then some kind of martial arts, all were going together. So it was in 2001. This Panther was working in full swing in this Alappi, Pathanamthitta central part of Kerala. All the entire colonies earlier with the CPM and left parties were all stopped going with the parties, and they resigned from the party, or they came out of the political parties and become the KDP followers. They become Ambedkarites. And the red flag carrying CPM symbol now, Arival Chuttika Nakshatram. So all this red flag was replaced by blue flag. And in blue flag with Ashoka Chakra in center and 5-star democracy, equality, fraternity, liberty and justice. So all the Dalit colonies, these blue flags were actually flying and hoisting. And also every Dalit houses, Ambedkar's photos were actually replaced the Hindu gods with Ambedkar. If you come to our Panther houses, there will be no gods, no Hindu gods, no Gandhi, no Mars, no EMS. Only first one is Ambedkar, then Iyengar is there, then Buddha is there. Only three. Maybe with other Renaissance leaders, some house, like Periyar comes, but no upper caste leaders, no Hindu leaders, no Hindu gods. Okay. So that was an awakening period, and Panther was become mass movement, and we started lot of agitations and campaign, human rights campaigns also, lot of programs. So that was the time CPM people, they felt threatened. And for CP, their faction, SFI and for DYFI, they failed to attract our people. People actually, then college level, when they organize SFI, our Dalit Panther boys, they started, we won't come for Marxism. We reject Marxism, we reject Gandhism, we follow Ambedkar. So that was the slogan. So what they have done is, this Koduman was an area, that is in Pathanamthitta district, there is a place Koduman. It's a very strong Dalit Panther area, and different colonies are actually together there. So there is stronghold. So they selected this Koduman, where Panther is become a very strong, and it acted as a headquarters of the Panther movement of Pathanamthitta district. The CPM targeted, geographically they targeted that area, because even in local body elections, Panther were intervening, and we also filed the candidates by that time. And many panchayat, because of Panther contested, CPM has lost in many panchayats. So they wanted to, you see, by campaigning, they cannot defeat us. In public speeches, they didn't have any answer for Panther criticisms about our issues, about caste, about class, and about political things. So finally, they went for physical annihilation of the Panther youths and students. So what they have done is, in 2001, they organized a state level rally from Kasaragod to Trivandrum. So there was a rally, and leadership was this SFI. So in the height of SFI, they organized this long rally, and the main target was the rally has to pass through this Panther stronghold, Koduman, and along with that, they planned an operation. When the rally passed through the Panther stronghold, attacked the Panther youth, because evening there were we have evening classes, and they targeted some colonies, and they prepared everything. They had weapons, and they appointed some criminals, gundas, and some expert martial artists. And one Mr. Rajesh, he was the SFI leader of Pandalam NSS College. My hometown is Pandalam. And this Rajesh was a SFI leader, youth, and also he is a second and black belt fellow, having such martial art expert. And he was in charge of attacking Ambujan and other Panther brothers. What has happened is, evening there was a public meeting, and public meeting was over, and they slowly started attacking our youth. Then Ambujan was the local leader in charge of looking after their affairs. So in the meantime, the agitation was going on, clashes was going on. So our Panthers also retaliated. So big clashes took place by evening. But Ambujan came into the scene, and he was also a humanized defender. And during the operation, instead of they kill our Panther boys and targeted Ambujan, like the other side, actually they received. And during the clash, this Rajesh, the SFI leader, CPM leader, lost his life. So it has become a big issue. One of the burning issue was, this man accused was, his name was my own name, Ambujan. Immediately the news spread to the entire Kerala that because of Mr. Ambujan, a CPM leader has murdered. So Panther leader Ambujan has murdered a CPM leader, and CPM people concluded that it is me, the founder leader of Panther leader, killed Ambujan. So in my area there were big possession, more than 3,000, 4,000 CPM followers, angry possessions, shouting slogans, we will kill, we will retaliate against me, thought that I am the culprit, I killed. Okay, big issues was there, and all our people were also alerted. And what has happened is, we approached the police, and we are not afraid. As Panther, we are always strong. I talk to the police officers, we will examine the case. If it is happened by us, if we are responsible, we will come to the police. No need of any arrest, no need of any raid in our colonies. This is Panther. We are not afraid. We will come to the legal point and we will surrender if it is there. That the directed mediation and dialogue took place between the police officials, and what has happened is, in spite of big processions organized by the CPM people all over the district, we also given all full guard of our people, and many clashes and many issues took place, and finally Ambujan surrendered. Actually, this was my follower. His name was also Ambujan, and he was the man. And finally, he surrendered to the police, and that case was going on. Finally, the Panther District Court, after 1 year, actually judgment came, and we got life imprisoned. Ambujan as the first, and second accused was another man, Surendran. Third was Ajit. So 3 Panthers were actually received life imprisoned punishment, and we challenged it into Kerala High Court. And some 3-4 years we fought in Kerala High Court, and eminent advocates actually attended for us. And from Kerala High Court also the judgment came in favor of CPM, and they ratified the local court judgment. So life imprisonment was actually finally came, and Ambujan went to jail. Now, the last 16 years, this young man, Ambujan, is in jail, continuously in jail. According to this, in every year, during August 15, for Republic Day, there is a jail committee, and committee will consider the list of those who released. So those people who are under this, they are receiving the punishment or in jail, if they have good records or services and good contacts, they will be listed and released in every during the August 15 and this during January 26. From the last maybe 10 years, Ambujan names also come into the role, and in jail, according to the jail warden's report and social welfare officer of the jail, all those officials, Ambujan is a good man because he is educated, he is an Ambedkarite, he is a Buddhist. So in jail record, he is in open jail. That means, and also he knows computer, and he is supporting, giving all the support in jail office mechanism, he support work. But in spite of that, since CPM is ruling continuously, they remove his name. Whenever it comes to the first place or second place, continuously, because of the CPM leadership, their conspiracy, they leave Ambujan, and they want to keep him in jail, and they want to see that he will be died in the jail. That is the say. So, what is the crime Ambujan have done? Just for spreading the message of Ambedkar, just for educating his youth, organizing Dalit people as an Ambedkarite, he is in jail. And these CPM people in Kerala, they organized many programs in favor of Nelson Mandela. While Mandela was in jail, pre-Mandela campaign, I remember, CPM, the left people, left parties, they organized pre-Mandela campaign in Kerala. Why the same CPM is keeping Brother Ambujan, Ambedkarite, young Ambedkarite in jail from the last 16 years? They want to release Mandela in Africa. They want to keep Ambujan, the Mandela of Kerala, in jail. What politics it is? What democracy it is? So it's a tragedy. It's a bitter things that still Ambujan is in jail. He lost his mother. Last year only his father died and his mother died. He couldn't educate his daughter. He has only one daughter. And we only, the Panther people, we mobilized the fund and supporting his home, his house, and we educated his daughter up to degree level. Now the entire family is struggling. His wife is also struggling. But the CPM government is punishing him. So Ambujan, we have to free Ambujan. It's a test of democracy. Why the progressive state of Kerala, 100% literary state, left state, is keeping Ambujan still in jail for propagating Ambedkarism? Are they the people, they shout for secularism? Are they the people, they stand for freedom of opinion, freedom of this thing, and they are also criticizing fascism, but they are practicing the same kind of fascism and this kind of cruelty against Ambedkarite movement, the Panther movement. So our request is the entire Ambedkarite community, the entire people of India who respect the constitution, they respect the constitutional morality, must come in favor of Ambujan. We have to release them. We have to see that Ambujan is released.
Anna, there was Chitralekha who has been fighting against the CPM.
Yeah.
In that period, maybe from 2000 onwards, maybe I'm not sure about the political scenario here. What was the support or what was the role of Dalit Panthers?
Yeah, Chitralekha is our sister. Actually, we know the story that she was actually a self-respected lady. She owned an auto rickshaw. She wanted to find her own income by mobilizing that and riding the auto rickshaw. And here she was a self-respected lady. But just for not obeying the local CPM leaders and just keeping her own self-respect, just not for serving the CPM as they are respected as a Dalit lady should always be submissive. A Dalit lady should always be obeying the dictates of the local CPM Gunda leadership. But this Chitralekha, as a self-respect lady, a courageous lady, she wanted to resist and she stood. And so the CPM people, local people, they started different kinds of cruelties. Many times his auto rickshaws burned. Many atrocities they committed against Chitralekha and her family. And in many a times, Chitralekha also, she contacted me. We had a direct conversation, and since that area, that is Kannur, those area of Chitralekha, we don't have our branches. It's in Malabar side, especially in Kannur. There directly Panthers have no local units and local support. But what we have done is, I contacted many local Muslim brothers, and many a times I called for their help to Chitralekha. And because of my call, also intervention, lot of our Muslim brothers, they went in support of her many a times. But it was not a single day, it was not a single month. From the last many years, CPM was continuously actually attacking and making all kind of cruelties against Chitralekha and family. So many a times I intervened and we extended our support, moral support, and finally 10 years back Chitralekha joined Bahujan Samaj Party and she has become the state committee member of BSP. Thereafter, actually, we were expecting that as a party with the national support, when Chitralekha has become a state maybe committee member, so in a way, BSP may come to the support of this sister also. But I don't know what has happened. Chitralekha says BSP also was not actually fully supported him for her and her cause, and she went out of the party. And it was a tragedy that finally she got physical, maybe affected the cancer and died. And now the Katu Chitralekha, her daughter is there, and still she is crying and also criticizing the party attitude. So we expressed our solidarity and support, many times support, but it is it's a tragedy as well as it is a lesson how the CPM is treating the self-respect Ambedkarites, self-respected Dalit, even the Dalit sisters, they come forward. How the North Indian Sanghavarivar people doing cruelties against Dalit self-respected women and ordinary Dalit people in the rural area, the same is being repeated by the CPM in Kerala. So in the behavior there is no change. Only the color of the this flag now, kavi, saffron, and here it is red. It is actually same behavior. So anyway, it's a tragedy that Chitralekha, his life, it is a lesson that how this class people or CPM is behaving to the Dalit community. They are, instead of supporting and helping our Dalit people, they are penalizing this kind of Dalit leadership and Dalit sisters.